You guys. Okay.
Anytime now.
All right. All right. So yeah, please state your name and what political party you're affiliated with this evening.
My name is Patrick Carbon, and I am actually a moderate. I have no political affiliation.
I'm Shannon Larson, and honestly, fairly apathetic.
Yep, Suzanne Feigl. Political affiliation, depending on the issue, it depends on the affiliation.
Okay.
So I would say social issues, Democratic, economic issues, more Republican, I guess.
Phil Elliott, and I don't really know.
Kind of between.
Kind of in between, yeah.
All right.
My name is Erin Dumont. I don't have a political affiliation. I really need to learn a little
That's
bit
kind of
more.
why you're here.
Yeah,
tonight.
right? Yeah.
No,
Kyle Smith, College Republicans.
Bobby Austin. Guess I'm more Republican than Democratic.
all right. Can you state your name and your position at this event today?
My name is Christine Thiel, and I was the moderator for the event.
All right, so we're here talking with Will Hibbler from the Librarian Party. So, how can the Dewey Decimal System end racism in this country?
Well, it's from what I know, the Dewey Decimal System was invented by the government, so we'd abolish it within our first month in office.
All right, so I'm here with Annie LeBlanc, or Paul LeBlanc, and Roy Lowing from the Democratic Party. I'm just going to ask a couple questions. Why do you think it's important to hear all of the decisions or all of the different sides to issues?
I really believe that it's actually very important to stay up and make an informed vote, because if you don't make an informed vote, that's how idiots like Sarah Palin get to office. So,
Yeah, I totally agree with that, and I would say that if you only have one source of news, if you just listen to Fox News, you're going to tend to have kind of a skewed view of reality. So it's kind of good to have a full picture of reality so you can see where the Sarah Palin begins and reality ends.
All right, we're here with Mike, also known as Rock from the Indie Rock and Roy Show, who's also a member of College Democrats. First off, I would like to ask you, why is it important to hear opinions from all sides of the political spectrum on the issues?
Well, Nick, to be honest, there's only one way you can know where you stand, and that's to take what opinions you already have and be able to challenge them with other opinions. And if you just keep listening to one side, well, you're only going to know one angle of the story. But if you're able to get multiple sides, then you'll know not just what you agree with, but what you don't agree with and why.
For this particular panel tonight, how did you prepare for this? Like, how do you mentally prepare for something like this? This seems like a really big thing.
Well, it takes a lot. I've had a lot of experience with the group and the party so far in the last 4 years, and it has taken a fair amount of work to get to this point, and I think my experience with the party and the group will carry me through this forum quite well.
Red Bull.
Did quite a bit of research. It should be a good event. Preparation-wise, I really didn't do much else besides that. Went to class all day, so that was fun.
Red Bull and lots of last-minute research.
Well, yesterday I was sitting in my bedroom and I got a text message at 5 o'clock and it said, "Hey, we need a moderator for tomorrow's event." So I said, "Okay," and showed up at 6:30 and got a bulleted intro, made that up, and went from there. So not a whole lot of preparation.
What does the government need to do, if anything, to help improve the economy?
Okay, so I'm no economist, but I think we need to look at what actually causes economic crises under capitalism. So capitalism is a system of constant growth, constant accumulation, and whatnot. It's a system in which the supply and the demand have to be at equilibrium.
We're going to do some predictions for the event. So it's just going to be over-unders, pretty much. Okay, over-under 20 valid arguments made.
Under.
Over/under 1.5 F-bombs dropped.
Over.
Over under 13 Ronald Reagan references.
Under.
Over under 9 people wearing ties.
Over.
Do you think there's going to be over under 2 people crying by the end of this?
Over.
Over.
Over under 50 attendees having an enjoyable evening.
As long as there's enough pizza, it will be over.
And over under 7 interruptions.
Definitely over. Over all the way. It's going to be like the State of the Union address, but not with the clapping, I don't think. Maybe a little more booing in there. Maybe a little more cussing in there, too. But
And for socialists, overproduction would be a time of celebration. It'd be a good thing for us that we produce too much. That means you don't have to work as much, you don't have to strain yourself, and whatnot. But under capitalism, the crisis begins with overproduction. Right now,
People have claimed that the melting pot is a bad metaphor for America because it doesn't celebrate our differences. So what other metaphor do you think we should use for that?
Definitely a salad bowl. Definitely a salad bowl.
oh, I've always heard salad bowl for some reason.
Well, I find tossed salad to be inappropriate.
I guess I'd have to pick the turducken, which is a turkey stuffed with a goose, stuffed with a hen, I think, because we're all humans, we're all made of meat.
I work at DQ. I guess it could be one of our blizzards. You know?
Because you take a bite of a salad and you get to like taste all the different textures of each little ingredient, like lettuce and carrots and tomato and like you just savor every contribution that every vegetable has. I love vegetables, so that's why I'm really passionate about salad.
So Americans are vegetables, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
what happened was, what we read now is that there's statistical recovery of the crises. But what the capitalists managed to do in a period of 2 years is they managed to basically shift the weak link outside of the public sector, and they've pushed the weak link of the economic crises into the hands of the public sector.
Has it always been like a lifelong dream of yours to be a political moderator?
You know, I've gone from veterinarian to doctor to teacher to state mediator for contracts. And, you know, moderator is starting to rank up there. I wonder what I need to major in college to be a moderator. I don't know.
That's a good question
Yeah.
that needs to be addressed. So, what is the homosexual agenda, and why does Dick Cheney support it, but Barack Obama does not?
Well, may I? As a gay male, I was indoctrinated in the homosexual agenda about the age of 18. The pink bandits, as we call each other colloquially, they came to my home and they dragged me kicking and screaming into their car. Soon I was initiated to a strange ritual, the details of which I cannot even go into. But essentially, our agenda is to kill fathers, definitely kill fathers, convert their sons into homosexuality, and destroy every good Christian family in the country. And I'm doing my best. The quotas are really steep. I've only destroyed 10 families this month. I will get to 15. I promise I'll get to 15, which is the quota. And I'll do better. I'll do 20. And I'll get there. I'll do it.
Karl Marx once said that religion is the octopus of the masses. What do you think he meant by this?
Octopus. I think he said opiate, but as far as octopus, I guess he could mean that has its tentacles in a lot of different places in society and institutions. We promote freedom of religion, so.
My solution to the crises is to actually cut from the war and the defense budget and tax the rich. And the reason why I say this is because it's those exact people that actually were playing casino in the stock market that caused the crisis to crash, but they actually don't want to pay for it. They want the masses of people on the ground to be paying for it. So the solution is not sort of any institutional changes. I think the solution...
As a moderator, is it true that everything is good in moderation?
I'm gonna have to go with no, preferably because I don't like onions or mushrooms, so flat out not having any of those would be best for me. In terms of political policy, though, I do think it's good to consider all your options and all points of view. So political policy, yes. Vegetables, no.
Is the Republican Party the party of no, yes or no?
The party of no. No, it's not the party of no.
All right, so we're gonna play a game really quick called Who'd you kill, marry, or make love to? We're just gonna pick Democrats, I think. So you could either kill, marry, or make love to George Clooney, Barack Obama, or John F. Kennedy. Who'd you pick?
Oh wow, you gotta be careful with this one.
I don't know how explicit we can go on this.
We have Ronald Reagan, Rush Limbaugh, and Abraham Lincoln. If you could pick between Ron Paul, Barry Goldwater, and Penn and Teller.
I'm definitely making love to George Clooney, I think.
Probably make love to Reagan.
Make love to Ron Paul. He's the father, kind of the current ideology and the way libertarians stands today.
Really? You gotta go through this? I do not like Rush Limbaugh, so he'd probably be the first one dead.
Poor Rush. Poor Rush. That's all I've got to say.
Mary Kennedy.
Yeah, marry Barack Obama. He's a good, stable guy. He was a professor.
And the reason why I married JFK, that's where the money's at.
Fought for by workers, and workers were killed because they wanted to fight. So if we actually want to win anything for our side, I think it's going to require resistance. I think it's going to require people to stand up and learn from Wisconsin that they actually have to fight back. And if capitalism is a system of constant growth.
I got a final question. What Lady Gaga song best represents America?
I don't know. I guess Poker Face, I guess.
I don't know. Bad Romance?
I was born this way.
I'd have to say Bad Romance because she goes through that random rant of words that don't really exist. And I feel like sometimes America is based on policies and political ideologies that aren't really the greatest for us. So keeping those words that are real are better than keeping things that aren't really real. So yeah.
Are getting tax breaks. And so that would be my solution. One, a combination of resistance from below that pressures the people on above to actually have them pay for the crisis.
It was actually very articulate.